Hello, everyone. I am going to talk about St. John's wort, plus also the secret meeting that is coming up this September 25th. And also we start September 4th, which is this Sunday. So I'll be talking about what it is that we are starting and a little bit more about the secret meeting that's coming up September 25th. So this is St. John's wort, Hypericum perforatum. So that is the scientific name. I wonder if I could spell it for you. Probably not. Let's see. We got a lot of tech here in the way. Hypericium. Here, perforata. I don't think I got that spelled right, but there it is. Just wanted to let you see what I'm talking about. St. John's wort is fairly unique name. There's some plants that have the same common name, and that's why the scientific name is useful to use, because depending on where you are in the United States or even in the world, the same plant that I'm talking about may have a different common name for you. So the common name is kind of like a nickname that we use rather than the scientific name, because scientific names in Latin, it's hard to say. Not all of us know how to say the things in Latin. Perhaps I should learn someday. But Hypericium perforatum is typically the one that's used. There are some other hypericums that are used as well. There's different species of St. John's wort. Some of them have more Hypericium in them, which is the red stuff here. So this is a herbal oil of St. John's wort, and I know there's quite a glare here from lights, but it's actually a brilliant red. So you know that, there we go. I think it's focusing really well right now. So the St. John's wort flower is a bright yellow, about the size of a dime or so, the flower diameter, maybe a little less, depends on the species. So it looks bright yellow, but when you turn it into an herbal oil, and then also subsequently into a salve, it is just bright. It looks like blood red. That's how red it is. It is very amazing how you put a yellow plant in there and it turns red. This brilliant red. But if you squish the flower, the blossom, you can actually start to see the red pigment that comes out on your finger. If you don't see the red pigment, then that could mean that that's a specific species that doesn't have a lot of that compound in it, the hypericium, whatever it's called. And so that can happen. Some species have more of it than others. So this is, I just strained this. I made it with fresh St. John's wort flowers. And what I did is I picked them and then I let them wilt for about a day, let some of the water content evaporate out, because we don't want water in oil. This is just regular old olive oil. And too much water in the oil can make it go rancid quickly. And you'll get mold that comes on the surface. But I let it wilt a little bit, and then I chopped it up and then added it with some olive oil, just covered it enough and let it steep for quite a long time. This is well over a month. So that's beautiful red color. So what is St. John's wort useful for? And I'm just going to put in the comments here what I'm talking about, just in case people are hopping in late. St. John's wort, the Latin name's there as well. And yeah, so the salve and the oil are really helpful for like nerve pain. So lower back pain, sciaticas can help with it. Some people do take it as capsules internally, and also can be used as, like I said, a salve and an oil. People who've taken it internally, like as capsules or tinctures, have some people have seen there's a photosensitivity that happens. So once they go out into the sunlight, they seem to burn a little bit more easily than they usually do. But for people who have used it on their skin, it actually seems to protect the skin from too much sun damage. So that's an interesting difference in how it's used. But the salves and the oils are often used for the bumps, the bruises, the pain, inflammation. It's an herb that's added to a mixture with other herbs in it for teas and salves. It's helpful, like I said, for nerve pain, to help reduce pain with like burns. It's an anti-inflammatory, as many herbs are. So it does have lots of helpful uses to it. And it's also just one that's super fun to watch and turn into an herbal oil and also to make into a salve. So it's a fairly easy plant to grow. In fact, it does grow on its own in many parts of the world. I see it growing along roads, in ditches, in fields here, and it also grows well in gardens. It spreads fairly rapidly, so you put one plant in your landscape and you will have many more afterwards. And like I said, there's some different species of it with bigger flowers, smaller flowers. Some have more of the red pigment in it that I was just showing you here. And so I prefer the Hypericum perforatum, if I can get that. And there's some subtle differences in their plant anatomy to determine which species they are. But for the most part, I will harvest any kind of St. John's wort that I find, and usually it gives the red color. There have been a few times where I have not seen the red color, and it seems to be species dependent. So this is a great one for people to consider to have in their own home herbal apothecary, is the oil or a blend of oil in a salve, having many things in the salve together. It goes well with plantain leaves and also with yarrow flower or yarrow leaf, and for an all-purpose salve to heal wounds and bruises and such. So it's a great one to have. And like I said, it's very easy to grow and find typically in many parts of the world. And also it's found in a lot of commercial products, things people are making that you can purchase. And, if you're looking at ingredients of salves and stuff, you may come across the St. John's wort, because it's just really well known in the herbal world and very helpful and useful for the home herbal apothecary. I tend to recommend herbs for the home herbal apothecary that are easy to find, easy to grow, and when I'm finding it, what I mean by that is either finding it in the wild, being able to grow it in a garden, or being able to find it online or in local stores so that you can, have access to it. So that's what I tend to do. Now, there's some herbs that I like to use as well that do not grow well here, and so I don't grow them, and I do have to purchase them. So that does happen sometimes, and that is okay too, because we need to support the growers who are doing that as well. Let's see, any comments here? So yeah, it does spread. It will spread underground and pop up. And so sometimes you have to corral it if you don't want it to spread elsewhere. Just a really great one to add to the home herbal apothecary. So what else is coming up? The Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons are starting this Sunday, September 4th. And also, if you join in September before the 25th, we're also going to do a secret meeting. It's because it's a Sunday that lands on the dark moon. And it's the only, it's the last and the second of the dark moons that land on a Sunday. And since I've been doing my lessons on Sunday that I'm going to start for the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons, I thought it would be fun to also do one on a Sunday when it's the dark moon. So the name of that is Secret Meeting, Creating Mysterious and Curious Potions. No knowledge required, but your inner child must come and play. So if you join this month, September, to Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons, you will get access to the secret meeting that's happened on the 25th. So all of the classes and the lessons that I do for the Grow Your Apothecary program are recorded, and then that link gets sent to you through your email. And then you can watch the replays then, and then you have access to those replays for, as long as that link works on the internet. And you may be curious to know how much that is going to cost. So the subscription is $44 a month. And I do have sliding scale options for people who may need a different payment option. So I let you choose. I don't ask you, why you need a payment that's different or anything like that. You get to choose. And the full cost is $44 a month, but they're also $33 and $22 per month options as well. And so you sign up for as long as you want. You may cancel at any time, but they are on the Sunday before the full moon, or if the Sunday lands on a full moon, it'll be that time as well. So they're monthly plant lessons. So every moon cycle, you get to learn, focus on one herb that would be beneficial to grow your own home or herbal apothecary. It's about a 45-minute lesson live in Zoom with me. And like I said, the replay will be available. And then after I give the lesson, we'll have time for Q&A and also for people to share their experience with the plant as well. So we'll focus on the growing, the using, what herbal applications it tends to be, work well in, and as well as, let's see, what else are we going to do? Grow and harvest it, how to use it, what you can do with it for your own home or herbal apothecary. And so, and we're doing them all in a whole moon cycle. So moon cycles are about 28, 29 days long. So about every time. There's 13 moon cycles in a calendar year. So you will get like a free lesson, essentially, because you'll be making 12 payments for the calendar year, but you will be getting a lesson every full moon, essentially. So there's 13 full moons in a calendar year. What else can I tell you about the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons? I'm looking at the website now. Yeah. So each lesson will begin with a plant attunement as well. So what that means is we'll just take a minute or so to get ourselves ready for the plant lesson. So I like to either do like an offering or a prayer or guided visualization or breath work, just so we can remember that we're in reciprocity with plants and get into right relationship where there's actually like reciprocity. There's a give and a take. So we honor the plant as a being that it is, and then we also talk about it and learn from it. And I will also give you ideas of how to attune to the plant on your own, so that you can build a relationship with the plant beings, because to me, that's the best way to remember the herbs, how to use them, and to activate like the intuition part, your inner guidance system that's there, that's always been there as long as, humans have been here using plants, and we've evolved right along with them. So we have lots of connections and relationships with them. So, all right, that's what it is. Begin September 4th with a secret meeting on the September 25th. And you can look at the sliding scale options on the link that I have. I have it in the header of the Facebook group. I've been posting it all sorts of places and sending it through email as well. Let me know if you have any other questions about the Grow Your Apothecary monthly plant lessons. And I will likely pop on live again in the next couple days to answer any other questions and to do a little plant chat. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.